Hi, my name is Jeff Fitzpatrick, a partner in Smart Investments, and I'm here to show you something really remarkable today. It's not a long video, so bear with us. I'm sure you'll find it extremely interesting and worthwhile. So let's go. You can make money within a like-minded community of ordinary people who are already making extraordinary returns. But first, let's just confirm that it is actually pretty easy to make money in the stock market. So for example, what would happen if you had just bought the shares that comprise the Standard & Poor's 500, the S&P 500, the top 500 US companies? Well, the fact is, anyone investing in the top 500 US stocks at any time in the past 20 years would have made a lot of money. And the same is true if you went back and invested at any time since the beginning of the S&P 500, which was in 1923. Yes, there have been ups and downs, but if you stuck with it, there were lots and lots of times, in fact, the majority of the time, when you could have taken your money out at a big profit. In fact, the S&P 500 companies have returned an average of 13.6% in growth across the last 10 years. That was up to August 2020. So someone somewhere is making money. And it is easy because you don't even have to buy 500 different stocks in different quantities to balance it all up. You can simply buy into the funds that own those 500 stocks. It really couldn't be easier. So why do we get such poor returns on our savings and investments? It really does baffle me, not to mention annoy me. However, the S&P 500 isn't anything to do with what it will do for you and I as traders or investors. It is purely comprised of the companies that are the biggest in terms of the value of their collective shares. Some of the companies in the S&P 500 perform better than others, and there are companies outside of the S&P 500 that perform better than those within it. So what if we were able to assess the stocks for quality and value for money and then simply pick out the best ones? Well, welcome to Smart Investment Clubs. It's exactly what we do. Over the past 20 years, our clubs have outperformed the S&P 500 by 5.6 times. Yes, you have to multiply that 13.6 by 5.6 times to match the performance that our members have been getting. Here are a selection of the accounts. Even those that have only been running for a few months have outperformed the S&P. Just check out the numbers. Unfortunately, people can't buy an index that mirrors our portfolio. So what does that mean? Does that mean that people have to buy a lot of shares to mirror our portfolio? No. So how do we do it? Firstly, we're using collective buying power. Our members invest what they can afford and what they want, and then collectively we use that to invest. We become extremely serious players in the stock market. Secondly, we use fantastic research. The members use the best research that's available. Research that Warren Buffett said no one should trade without. But we pay for it between us all. So we divide the cost between us, the members. And yes, I'm a member of several of the clubs myself. And by doing that, we keep the cost of research very low, but we have access to fantastic data. Then it comes to stock selection. We have what we call the 4x4 system for filtering through thousands of stocks to get a short list of just a couple of hundred. And they're all good quality and they're all excellent value. Thereafter, we use a highly developed skill in timing to identify the best of the best at any given time. We've identified the stocks that we're interested in. We know that they're great quality. We know that they represent fantastic value for money. We know that the entry point is good. And then we go about getting paid to buy those shares. And frequently, in fact, on about 80% of occasions, even though we've been paid to buy the shares, a decision is taken to not sell them to us. So we just keep the money that we were being paid to buy them. Now that's complicated, I know, and also a little bit sort of scary. You need to come and attend the webinar to see much more detail on this, to see exactly how it works. Here is a snapshot from our list of companies that we refer to as being on our 4x4 list. They're all large companies. They've all got really good scores for quality and price, and we have a lot more detail behind these. So if anyone's looking for tips, check out that list. Next, we get paid for simply holding on to our shares. Effectively, we rent shares out. And again, there isn't time for an explanation in this short video, but I will go right through it in complete detail in the webinar. And then we get paid to sell our shares. What can I say? Yes, we get paid to sell our shares at prices that we're very happy to sell them at. This is going to be some webinar. Please don't miss it. Again, I will go through exactly how these things work, and I will demonstrate them. I will show you live with the stock market what happens. But all of this sounds really, really good. For some of you, I'm sure, too good to be true. But you don't need to take my word for any of this. We're very happy for anyone to speak to any of our members, and we don't moderate those conversations. We would be delighted also to show you the trading records and to show you exactly how we trade and how our members trade. Skepticism is healthy, but please try and put it to one side and look at the evidence and work out what evidence you need to see, and we'd be happy to provide it. I have a warning for you. Even with a 20-year record of success across recessions and the pandemic, we are still dealing with the stock market. We can't eliminate all risk. We're pretty good at managing it, but we can't eliminate it. On this chart, you can see in yellow the S&P 500 and the break-even point going across the middle as the horizontal line. Most of the time it's been above that line. There have been some notable occasions, such as the beginning of the pandemic when things dipped. And we dipped with it. We didn't go down as far, and when we're up higher. However, at those points in time, we do need to be working hard and staying with the research. This is not for everyone, we realize that. But I should let you know that some of our members are really passive. They don't even attend our monthly Zoom meetings. Others get really engaged with it and learn how to do this for themselves. And there's everything in between. You won't end up spending lots of time sat in front of a computer, poring over figures and trying to make decisions. It just doesn't work like that. However, if you want to learn, we're there for you. So what's next? Sign up for the next webinar. The details and the registration link should be below this video. But by all means, feel free to contact me with any questions, or to attend one of our regular monthly Zoom meetings for the clubs, or to join our WhatsApp group so you can talk to the members direct. They're not moderated conversations at all. You can ask anything, and we are delighted that they should give you straight answers without any frills. So that's it. Click on the link below, sign up for the webinar. I'm looking forward to seeing you, to working with you, and to being able to demonstrate exactly how we make this magic work. My name is Jeff Fitzpatrick, and this is Smart Investment Clubs.